To do a quick online screen tutorial of how you might go about finding some potential jobs out there in the career that you've chosen for this week's assignment. I do hear that from you guys often, like, how do I find a job? And while the level of job we're looking for is well beyond what you could get as a high school student, it's good to start to know how this really works. So what I've done is along here, you're going to see all the tabs of the links I've provided in the Google Doc for you. And we're just going to quickly go about how you might start to search for your job. The first thing to do is just the obvious. Just type in the job title you're looking for. I did put see what's available in Wilmington. So let's put in Wilmington. So you're just going to type in your basics. And for Wilmington, make sure you're always doing North Carolina because there's also a Wilmington, Delaware. So we're just going to do now. Career Builder is the first link I put in, and that is the generic what's out there for jobs in the world for most jobs of a more professional level for the most part. Maybe they're not going to have your local pizza joint kind of job, but this is a good place to start for just general job postings. So let's see. And this website is not one that I'm just going to be honest, I've not used much. So as we quickly look at this, we're going to notice a few things and figure out kind of this interface together. But most job sites function in a very similar way, and you have all these choices. So here is a landscape architect job that's being advertised here in Wilmington. So that's pretty awesome. They want a bachelor's or master's in this degree program. So that tells me, the research I made you do in terms of find degree programs for that particular job you're maybe interested in looking into. You're going to need that education, that degree, and at least 3 years of relevant experience. Here's a little tip I'm going to give you. They like that, but I'll say this, it never hurts to apply. Like, let's say you did an internship, or maybe you started your own little side business mowing lawns when you were a kid. You could throw that on your resume. As long as you can prove you've had training and some background, you never know. They might like the look of, the school you went to. They might have a connection with that. They might just like the overall look and feel of your, if they do ask for a letter. So don't let that necessarily stop you from applying for a job. But make sure, you read through the expectations of a job and say, yeah, that sounds like something I would want to do. For you guys sitting on the other side of this of just, hey, let me consider what this might be like, try this on. I would just read through some of these and say, yeah, that sounds like stuff I'd want to do on a daily basis to earn some money, or no. No, thank you. So here, this usually they tell you there's a sort by, and you can do relevance date. So relevancy is to your search query. Date would be the most recent. So, and what these are going to do is they're going to pull up some potential other jobs that maybe are connected. Like, here's a CAD designer for a growing team, but that's, they want you to have a landscape architecture, but that means your job description and what you might be doing might look a little different. There's usually, you have choice of type of job on most of these platforms where you can do full-time, part-time, this kind of thing. Maybe you're looking for a summer job. Again, you can tell it, you know what, I don't even want to search for things that are posted past 7 days ago because chances are those positions are full. Maybe you're willing to travel, maybe you're not, but there's usually a distance by. Maybe you're willing to drive an hour. Okay, so change that. Commute time. So you can tell it, like, I'm willing to drive an hour, I'm willing to take a train or a car, apply filter. Easy apply online. Most of these job websites now have some option where you can upload your resume. You can look here, you can sign in and have your own account, and then you can apply through this platform instead of having to go directly to the company that's advertising the job. And a lot of times companies now are doing that. They don't want you to apply directly to them. They want you to go through these website platforms. So now I just flipped to Indeed.com. This is one I'm a bit more familiar with, but you can see the same kind of things. You can upload your resume so they can see what that is. You can put in, job title again. So maybe I'm interested in landscape architect, but maybe I also would want to be a manager or landscaping. So what you want to do is you might want to search out other word options, and of course when it says this, no thank you, go away. So here, look, right now in Wilmington, North Carolina, there are 8 jobs being advertised on this platform for, here's another one that did not pop up first on the last job search engine, which was Career Builders, which is this company, Landscapes Nouveau. So this is a good example of why you might want to check multiple job sites, because different companies and employers will use different web platforms and websites to advertise their jobs. They might not apply on career.com, but they'll apply on Indeed. Here, this one's great. You can set your salary. So you can say, like, a minimum, I'm not willing to earn under $30,000 a year because that's what I need to survive at a basic minimum. And I'm looking to make, let's say, up to 100,000. Now, why you would set some low maximum, I don't know why. Job type, full-time. Location, of course, is Wilmington, North Carolina. And experience level, so this might be good, especially, as you're weighing your options and you're a young person going out there in the world. You might want to say, well, I need entry level. I am not experienced. I have not been at this for 10 years. So what's out there? Well, here we go. Here's a job at Element Outdoor Living for assistant landscape installation project manager. That might be interesting. Here's another job, civil engineer, but maybe it involves outdoor work. All right, so, and then if I want to get rid of that search query, I can X that box out and go back to see what other things are popping up. So some of these might appeal to you, some of them might not. Let's go to this one. I want to jump to this one now. So idealist.com is a little bit different. A lot of my I'll just say art friends that are my equals in terms of being colleagues and age and level of experience use this for jobs. So this also it has jobs, but it also has internships, volunteer opportunities, organizations, and even has educational opportunities. So it's kind of neat in that way. And it really is for certain kinds of jobs, government-based jobs, non-for-profit jobs, which means you're working for it's not really a company. They have what's called a 501c3 business code, which means they exist to serve and help others. And they do make money, but the money is put directly back into the company, and they don't just start piling money away in bank accounts and giving it to shareholders and putting it into the stock market. The idea is they don't actually earn money to just earn money. They earn money to then give back to whatever it is their mission as a company is. So maybe you want a job like that. This one, again, you can do, location. Maybe I want to see just what's out there on Idealist for this. So right now in Pembroke, we have a youth voter organization. We have Fayetteville. So some of this will be for elections work. Some of it will be for education. To North Carolina Organizer Together. Works progress. So, this website can be a little bit tricky. It depends on what job you're interested in. Sometimes I do find, like, I have found art teacher jobs on here before. So, like, for instance, if I want to do art teacher, I'll just default to this because I have used this for that in the past. But I might not find anything here, but if I wipe out this and just do everywhere, then that might be interesting to see what I find for that. Search, so I'll put art teacher up here. And I just put that everywhere. So see, I'm getting all sorts of hits. So as an art teacher, art educator, I've used this in the past a lot. But for something like landscape architecture, that's really an industry that's going to have business and firms. I probably won't find that, but maybe for some government positions. So here is a project manager for Santa Clara Valley Open Space Authority. So that is an outdoor park in California, and they're looking for a project manager. Here we go. See? So there are some government fellowships are kind of like a paid internship. City of Boston, that might be cool. You get to work for a city. Anyway, but that's searching everywhere. So that's the Idealist. And then let's go to this one. This one, again, I honestly just found this and looking for interesting job sites for you guys to just be able to check out. And I read that this is great for specific tech jobs, but also maybe creative design jobs. So that's why I chose this one. So I would say we're going to check this one out together. So, again, here, all jobs, advertising jobs, marketing, design, and creative jobs, job title, company, location. So similar to most job places where, I can just type in, find a job. Let's just say landscape architect. Bring it to Daddy-O. All right, so here are some. Now these are going to be all over the place. Remember, I didn't put in a job site, so we are all over the place. But then we've got kind of, this is software development. That's not landscape architecture. It's just hitting that word architect. But here's landscape design assistant in Michigan. So, there's multiple ways, obviously, for me to get at finding those job opportunities for the field I've chosen. And then this, I'm just going to throw in at the end because I just thought, well, this is pretty cool. Haha, cool works. But I don't know. I just thought, why not look at this? So we can find a job of maybe you want to work at a resort. I don't know. It just looked pretty interesting of like, oh, do you want to be a white water raft guide? That's kind of neat. I'm sure there's some of those in North Carolina. We've got some rivers up there in the mountains, seasonal postings. Anyway, I just really threw that in there to say there are more specific job websites and search engines out there to help you with a more specific job or opportunity for you out there besides something like Career Builder or Indeed, which really are hitting everything that's out there in terms of all different kinds of jobs. And then, of course, you've got specialty websites like this that focus on kind of, we'll call it the do-gooder, wanting to go out there and work for something that's not just your traditional corporation. And then more specific websites like this one that's more geared towards design and creative tech jobs. And then something like this, which is working outside, getting to go to places where you might want to. Look, there's a one for work at national parks. Okay, guys, so hopefully this was helpful, and it will give you a better guide as to how to start to do some searches for specific jobs that you might be interested in. It might even help you with looking for jobs here in Wilmington for yourself for this summer. So good luck, and hope you're all doing well. Bye.